The fans are on their feet now as we are ready for the finals in the championship round here at Roanoke between Carolina Crusher Gary Porter and Awesome Kong with Steve Cain. A good look at Porter as he lines up in the far lane.
And Gary, I have to mention, like Gary talked about earlier, how he's been lining up to them cars. It's very critical to get lined up where you want. Now, these ramps are pretty well even on the front part of them cars, but if you take it a little too far to the left or to the right, it could throw you off and get you out of shape. So he's been trying different things, and he's been doing a great job.
And here's a look at Steve Cain and Awesome Kong, and I would have to think, Rich Hooser, this will be a toss-up.
This is going to be a close race. I'm excited. Everybody's excited down here, and it's anybody's race because you got two experienced drivers and two trucks with a lot of horsepower, so your guess is as good as mine here today.
Carolina Crusher staging first. Now Steve Cain begins to maneuver into position in Awesome Kong.
As you notice, Steve can see a little bit better with that truck being as narrow as it is. He can line himself up exactly in the middle of them cars, where Gary has to kind of eyeball a little bit because he sits over to the left-hand side.
Fans on their feet. This is it, the championship. A close one, but it appears that Gary Porter, the Carolina Crusher, has won it here in Roanoke.
Gary Porter did win it, and watch these guys run. Neither one of them were thinking about that wall at the other end because they just both gave it everything they had. Watch this head-on shot. As you see these guys both side by side go up on their nose and just stay in the power, and Carolina Crusher takes the win.
The fans respond as Gary Porter climbs out and gives a victorious wave. He is one happy driver as we take a look from outside the cab. Look at the abuse the suspension takes. Oh, what a great shot from outside the cab of Carolina Crusher. Let's check in with our victor this evening.
Gary Porter, congratulations. Boy, it was a super night, but you had to flat earn it, didn't you?
I did the competition. It's so stiff running with TNT. I mean, a win, every win is just like the first one. I'm always proud to get it and think I deserve it.
How about this kid from Texas? He's tough to sit down with at the table, isn't he?
He is. That's the hardest. I drove the truck all night, and when it come up on the front wheels, I was worried there for a second. I thought it might go on over the end, but I just kept, the power to it and didn't hit the brakes.
Were you aware that he was running 0.2 of a second quicker than you all night long? Were you aware of that?
No, I wasn't aware of it. I knew that I was turning some, not really that good of times, but I didn't know the times he was turning at all.
Okay, we're going to bring him in right now real quick. Steve, congratulations. A beautiful run.
Thank you.
Nose down. It looked like you guys were getting down and dirt. It looked like interior linemen. Both of you just kind of got your nose down and went after this thing. He goes across the line first.
Yeah, when you run Carolina Crush, you got to have all your cookies in one bag. You got to go out there and just everything's got to be perfect.
Tell you what, you've done a fine job. These people from Texas got to be awfully proud of you. We'll be looking forward to following you and you getting your first win on this tour this year.
Thank you.
For Rich Hooser and Army Armstrong, I'm Gary Lee. See you next week on Trucks and Tractor Power. And here's news about an exciting new release from Diamond P Sports.